Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. With the pandemic, a lot of events had to be put on hold, and there's one company that really was affected by this, but she pivoted, did some new stuff, and now she's ready to get back into those events, and that's Chris Steinberg. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Good morning, Brad. How are you today?
I'm doing great because, we talked before you came on and how you pretty much took the pandemic situation and pivot into keeping your business going, which you recommend to a lot of people. But let's talk about what was affecting your business, and that is events. That I think a lot of people didn't realize how much that is bringing money to not just our economy, but a lot of other cities' economy.
Yeah, it's surprising, but the exhibition industry has over 9,400 exhibits across the United States. And I supplied an infomercial that will kind of give you the breakdown in Arizona, but Arizona, there's 381. And on a whole, across the entire country, we put in $101 million into our GDP. So it was relatively an industry that was unknown until a bunch of our groups got together and formed a exhibitions means business advocacy group to let the government know. We actually have more employees in the exhibition business than the auto industry. And if we look at what happened in March, the exhibition industry went down the tubes first before anything. We're like 14 months in, and we are still not back to full capacity.
Yeah.
If we look at just the number of people that were affected, it was 2 million people that are just directly related to the exhibit business. But if you add in hotels and transportation and airport, it goes over 6 million people have been affected from trade shows being shut down.
Yeah, let's talk about this for what you do, because people have to understand what you're talking about in these trade shows, and that is you guys actually provided the stand-ups, all kinds of stuff for these big names. Tell a little about what you do.
So what I do is I actually provide the exhibit that a company takes to a trade show. And typically my clients go to 2 to 4 trade shows a year, sometimes more. And what I'll do is sit down, figure out what their needs, their goals and objectives are. And then we recommend the proper display for them. And then we talk through graphics. We put together their whole marketing message and any other mediums that they utilize to market themselves in that arena. So that's like the bulk of what I did prior to the pandemic. In other words, I focused on the trade show.
Yeah, and people have to realize that you guys plan almost years in advance before these trade shows. So, and now it's really making a shift because you're trying to make up. People are doing different things. But you made a little pivot. Tell them what you did to pivot to still stay afloat, we could say, with your business.
So pre-pandemic, I focused on the actual trade show exhibit, and the promotional products, corporate apparel was, as McDonald's would say, the supersize you. So I then focused on just the promotional products that companies could send to employees or to winners of contests as they did virtual exhibits. And then I went outside of the trade show arena and worked with realtors and mortgage companies because they were still like booming, plumbers, electricians. So I was one of the few that was able to pivot my business and not have to close up shop. A lot of my friends basically had to close up shop and they're gone because of how long this has been.
Yeah. Well, I wanted you on because one reason when we were talking, and I know we got to wrap up here in a minute, but about outdoor stuff, that since we're starting to move outdoors, people want to be outdoors doing things. You do these great pop-up displays that people can get for their companies to have outside, which is awesome.
Yes, we can do the canopy tents that are branded with their name, their logo, their marketing message. We can do flags, sandwich boards. foldaways, anything that a company would utilize. I know a lot of companies have gone to the park and done like Zumba classes. So we have little fold up pop-ups that basically can go outside so that they, in fact, can still market themselves.
I'll tell you, Chris, I'm so glad you came on. I know we're hoping the trade shows will make a good, I know they're going to come back. We're hoping they make a stronger comeback like they have in the past. But tell them how they can get a hold of you.
You can reach me at Chris at the number 4 acreativesolution.com, or you can give me a call at 650-701-0909, or my website is the number 4 acreativesolution.com. And I say that specifically because it's not plural, because we like to do it right the first time.
I like that. Chris, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Brad. It was wonderful to see you.
Yes.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.